An American became a hero of 1.4 billion Chinese people. Yeah, you heard that right. At a time when China and the US are locked in fierce rivalry, he somehow won over the hearts of the Chinese people. But how? Because he was a fearless idealist, a man of true moral courage, someone willing to sacrifice everything for justice. His name was Aaron Bushnell. On February 25, 2024, the 25-year-old US Air Force serviceman set himself on fire outside the Israeli embassy in Washington, D.C. He did it to protest America's support for Israel's actions in Gaza, refusing to be complicit in the genocide. That day the wind was so strong, he struggled to light the flames. The lighter flickered, the wind fought him, but Aaron didn't hesitate at all. Once the fire caught, he stood completely still, not even trying to put it out. For 42 seconds, as his body burned, his only words were "Free Palestine." No screams at all, no cries of pain, just pure, unwavering conviction. But you know what the American media called him? A mentally ill person. They ignored his message, dismissed him as an extremist. Meanwhile, in China, people were heartbroken. Heartbroken that a man like this wasn't born among us. A man like this should have lived a long life, risen to greatness, served his own people, and died happily a century later. This story reminds us of Qiu Shaoyun, a young Chinese soldier who died in a similar way during the Korean War in 1952. A US napalm bomb set him on fire. But to avoid giving away his unit's position, he stayed completely still, letting the flames consume him. He was just 26, 1 year older than Aaron. Both were heroes. True heroes not just for their countries, but the beacon of humanity. Even Chinese kid knows Qiu Shaoyun's name because he's in our textbook nowadays. But do Americans even recognize Aaron Bushnell as their hero, as the real patriot, as the backbone of their nation? How did he end up labeled a mentally ill person or extremist instead? He was the real Captain America, a true paladin. And let's be honest, if China and the US ever went to war, men like Aaron would be the most terrifying enemies to China. But you killed him, and he's kind. You can't defeat someone who's willing to die for what's right unless you destroy them completely, okay? But the saddest thing is, this world is so messed up that a great man like Aaron gets slandered by his own people, his own countrymen. How heartbroken he'd be, huh? The US government and media don't deserve him, and honestly, at this point it's fair to ask, do the American people even deserve a hero like Aaron Bushnell? Follow me and leave your thoughts in the comments, okay?